The boy found a giant tooth belonging to a woolly mammoth on Charmouth Beach, in an area famous for dinosaur finds from the Jurassic period 200 million years ago. Woolly mammoth lived 40,000 years ago during the Ice Age, rather than during the Jurassic period, making the find somewhat of a rarity. It could reveal more about the type of animals that roamed the area and may point to more recent activity on the coast than previously suspected, scientists say. The avid young archaeologist, only known as Sebastian, found a tooth of a woolly mammoth while scouring the coastline with a group of other fossil hunters. The tooth is bigger than his fist and was found on Charmouth Beach while the group was taking part in one of Charmouth Heritage Coast Center's fossil walks. Woolly mammoths were 15 feet tall and bigger than elephants that lived in the Ice Age, which gradually died out and became extinct. Professor Danielle Shreve, Royal Holloway University of London and patron of Charmouth Heritage Coast Centre, said it is part of a mammoth molar, I think, although it is hard to tell from the photo. It is very battered and worn, so I am afraid I can't say more as to whether it is an upper or lower tooth, or indeed which tooth it is. However, it is definitely a woolly mammoth. Mammoth is primigenous, and therefore, although it could be as old as 180,000 years, the first appearance of this species in Britain. It is much more likely to date to the period between 60,000 and 25,000 years ago, the Middle Dimension, when these animals were very common in Britain, and 40,000 years old would therefore be a reasonable estimate. Mammoths go extinct in Britain very late compared to other megafauna such as woolly rhinos. The youngest mammoths date to 12,500 years ago, right at the end of the last ice age, so potentially the specimen could also be as young as that date. Sebastian decided to retain his find, and a photo of the tooth was sent to the center's Ice Age fossil expert, who said that, although it was difficult to tell the exact age, it was likely to be around 40,000 years old. Alison Ferris, the center's deputy senior warden, said it is an unusual find because our layers here are Jurassic, approximately 200 million years old, and mammoths are obviously not Jurassic. The tooth would have washed out from possibly the river from now eroded layers from the last ice ages. As part of the West Dorset Fossil Collecting Code, it is an important find because it is rare for this area. We usually find Jurassic fossils here from a marine environment, whereas this fossil represents a whole different terrestrial environment in a different age. It helps to piece together a little more of what Dorset could have been like thousands of years ago and what kind of animals were living here. Alternatively, the tooth could also have come from somewhere else entirely, said Ms. Ferris. We can't be sure where the tooth came from, if it has traveled down the river, how far. But other Ice Age fossils have been found locally, such as the Honiton hippo, so we know these animals would have been roaming in Dorset and Devon. The Honiton hippo find with some teeth that were found during the construction of the Honiton bypass in 1965 and are believed to have belonged to a hippo in the warm period of the Ice Age, around 135,000 million years ago. It is great that anyone can help find these fossils, and Sebastian did so in a safe place, following the collecting code of conduct. You don't have to be a professional collector to make these amazing discoveries.